Alright guys, so this is day 2. It's September 19th. And I'm out here squirrel hunting. And done actually pretty amazingly well. I've checked all the squirrels and there's no warbles in them at all. So that's pretty neat. And pretty eventful so far. There's a lot of squirrels out. I missed the opportunity on the first one. I just couldn't get on it quick enough. It was real thick. But anyway, I got 2 small ones, really good fryers, and I got another one that's going to be a good braised squirrel. So we're going to do some pretty cool dishes this afternoon when we get back to the house. The hill on the gravel road there, but I'm waiting for the woods to calm down. Just got done shooting that red squirrel there, and I'll send you another video here before too long about showing you the squirrels we've gotten. Like I say, I'm really surprised that there's not been a single one, not any warbles, because this is awfully early to bring in squirrel season. Normally it starts around about October 12th, October 8th. Last couple of years I've made it September, early September, and I think this is the earliest, September 8th it come in. It's been in for 10 days now, and doesn't end until February 28th. But anyway guys, thought I'd check in, make a little vlog here in the woods. It's the best place in the world to be. Alright y'all, I'm in a bit of a conundrum here. I've got a squirrel right over in there. He's on the ground. I can't really see too well where he's gone. I don't know if you can hear it, but down over in here, somewhere in this area, I got a squirrel down there barking at me. I can't see him. He's not barking real loud, so he's not very far away. Normally, if it's a real faint bark, it's far off, but you can tell. That squirrel's probably about 50 yards down the hill. Now what do I want to do is, I know there's 2 squirrels over here. There's one over in there and there's one over in there. Do I go after those squirrels or do I hone in on the one barking? And then how do I not get caught moving? That's the fun part. Because just over, you see a little bit of field coming out right about in there. There was a couple turkeys went up a hill over there too just about 10 minutes ago, right after I made that last video. So I'm like, Lord, what do I do now? Guys, check this out. Right there. Right beside me. Did not even catch on. Wow. That's pretty neat. Alright y'all. There's a squirrel right there. And he's not seeming all that caring. But we're going to try to get over there and see if we can get him. This is awfully hard to do with the camera and all that. I need a GoPro so bad it ain't even funny. I'm going to shoot this channel and get content. This is kind of awkward to do this way. I can get it to where I can get a clear shot on it. Got him. All right. That wasn't easy, but we made it happen. Okay guys, so right here we have mushrooms. Now these are young. I'm not going to pick these. They're too young. But here's the underside of another one I picked. Notice how it's spongy, really spongy like, right? Got a wormhole there. But that is a type of bolete, and it's actually a very healthy mushroom to have. And I picked about 3 of them here. You gotta be careful not to squash them in the pack. And another unique and interesting thing to note here, we've got these. Those are pawpaws. Some people call those a West Virginia banana. And these little small trees here. These are all pawpaw trees. And it's pretty good to have them around. Usually only the biggest ones produce, but this year, as it appears, even the small ones are producing. So, heck yeah, we're talking about some pawpaw jelly again, guys. And so we'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. It's so crazy. Right there's another type of bolete. Notice there's no gills. That's sponge-like. Okay, there's tubules. Usually, most of those are going to be edible. And I'm taking these back to the house to study them. I'm about 80% sure that's edible, but I have a huge field manual on them. And I'm just taking this one. It's not really sized enough to eat yet, but it will be okay because we've got more of them coming up here. And right here, this is a little bit older one. Yeah, cap it's still edible. Oh, look, there's another one. Right there growing. Dead acorn, and then we have another bolete. Now, if you notice, when I mentioned a mycorrhizal relationship with a tree, we've got a tall oak, okay? And notice how that one is growing right off of the woody type roots. Mycorrhizal relationship is a symbiotic relationship where the mushrooms grow off of, and in some cases help feed the tree and make it healthier, and in other cases it can steal nutrients from the tree and cause root rot. And usually those are the big, clumpy, nasty ones you see at the base, which some of those also are edible and very healthy for you, actually. Natural astringents, amazing for being a probiotic in some cases. Immune support out the wazoo. So we're going to keep looking around here. This is a gold mine for mushrooms. This is kind of wild. Alright, right here, very small, mildly misshapen, but that is a chanterelle. It's falling apart. It's not the healthiest. We'll go ahead and pluck it. Now you notice, on a chanterelle, there's no gills, and it's also, let me get it in focus here, you notice the ridges, okay, ridges on that. Ridges and other types like that are going to be the better mushrooms for you to check out in this same little general 1 acre spot. And right here is another little chanterelle, okay, and I don't know if I ought to pick it or not. I'll just go ahead and take it. Now you notice, another thing about a chanterelle that's very important is when you break and look on the inside of the stem, it should be a whitish color, okay? Now notice, still ridges. I'm going to get to a better spot where you can see. Yep, still ridges there. Okay, if you find one that looks similar to this, but it has gills, that's a jack-o'-lantern. Stay the heck away from it. It is not healthy at all. It's a poison mushroom. So we'll get back to you. Like I said, before I put anything in the firing pot, I know for a fact that these are okay to eat. But now there's some others that, you know, I'm not too 100% sure about. So we're going to do some research. But where it's spongy underbottom with the tubules, no gills, like I said, I'm 80% sure that they're edible. So we're going to do a little bit more research and just be sure. That way I put out some accurate information. I'll delete out anything if I was wrong. But if there's nothing deleted out, then you know that you're good to go. Just follow the types of identifiers that I lay out for you. It is all from good sources, reliable sources. Okay guys, right there is to mention. Okay, just a good example. You've got standard top flat mushroom. You see those? Those are gills. We have right here another little mushroom trying to come up. But those are gills. It's a good example of what not to look at for taking home. Some of them are edible, some of them are actually very good. But we don't want to grab those, okay? Because those are more tricky to identify properly. You need a spore print a lot of times. And you just take the mushroom, put it gill side down on a white piece of paper and see what the gill print looks like and says. Right here we have another little mushroom. We'll pop that off and see. We've got gills again. So we're going to leave that one be. And we'll do some more research and see if we can identify it. And it could be an edible mushroom. I'm just not comfortable yet with nabbing that one. Okay guys, so I told you I'd do a little video on the proper identification of the boletes. Here, we're going to get these other ones out of the way. Alright, so what we got here is what's called a red cracked bolete. Now I remember telling you that I knew it was a bolete, okay, which is part of the Squirrels genus. There's many different ones. Most of them are kind of slimy, and this one, yeah, the caps are slimy. But, so we're going to go ahead and look. This is my manual, Mushrooming Without Fear, pictures and everything of all the stuff that you need to find. Okay, right here, we can see the pictures of what they look like, which, that's what we've got, okay. Notice how you got some blue bruising along different pieces of it. If we look up underneath the cap here, you see some of that same. Now the camera doesn't do it exactly as much justice as it should, but it does indeed bruise in a lot of the same types of colors. So we've got that. But this is the more important page here. The red cracked bolete. We have yellow tubes, so the camera's not wanting to focus for me. But you can see a little bit there that it has tubules. Okay. And that's spongy looking. It looks spongy. Okay. It's not, it doesn't have gills like I showed you before. So that's a very older one. You want to pick them when they're young, no more than 2 inches across really. And you got the reddish looking stem here, just like right here. So we've got the yellow tubes, yellow pores, bruised blue, we covered that. Flesh bruises blue, covered that. The cracks and damaged patches on the cap, well, we've got damaged patches, got some little splits there, some cracks. Okay, cap matches the collar bar. Now there's different collars all throughout this collar bar up here on top of the page. Well, it fits in there pretty well. Okay, also matches the pictures. Average size across cap, 2 inches when mature. And we have the appearance, what time it shows up. You've got June to October in eastern North America, fall in the Pacific Northwest, November and January in California. So June to October, we're right in the middle of that in September. So it's the right time. And its habitat associated with a wide variety of trees, including hardwoods like oak and conifers. Take only small specimens, cap no wider than 1 inch across. So we've just positively identified the red cracked bolete, and we now know that that's what we've got. That's what we're playing with here. So that's how I say, be very careful. This manual right here is like 13 bucks on Amazon. It's paperback. It's a great reference. So the characteristics, how does it bruise? What's your spore print, which we don't have to spore print this one. Some of them you do, okay, because of lookalikes. That could be dangerous. That's how I safely pick mushrooms, more than just molly and moochers, more than just hen of the woods or chicken of the woods. So stay tuned, guys. Okay, guys, we got all the squirrels laid out here that we got today. Well, I did, rather. Not a bad bunch. These guys here are young enough and smaller to fry. These two are going to do braised squirrels that we're going to use our mushrooms with. So, pretty good day so far. Probably going to go mushroom hunting a little bit later, again, just to try to get it done. I'm going to go ahead and skin these guys out, get them chilling, probably do a marinade for the fried squirrels, and just probably do a marinade, same marinade for all of them, actually. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and like I said, you know, the quality will get better over time, but we're just getting started, so